My dad was born in 1928, so my dad would have been 3 at this point, so they must have married. Ah, yeah, my darling wife. I mean, letters like this just really do demonstrate how real and human he was, and he was flesh and blood and like the rest of us. This headed notepaper is clearly something to do with work, the Neath District Medical Aid Association. But what was he actually doing now? Was he a pharmacist? I think maybe if I go to Neath, I might find out more.
Ruth has come to the address on the letter to meet historian Dr. Steve Thompson of Aberystwyth University.
Hello.
Hello, I'm Ruth.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All I know is that he lived here at London Road.
Your grandfather would have worked from this building as well. Well, this was the base for the Neath District Medical Aid Society, for providing medical care for workers and their families here in the town. And your grandfather, as I understand, was the person who distributed the medicines. But your grandfather was also secretary of that Medical Aid Society as well.
Oh, wow.
Busy man, I'm sure.
Yes.
Before the NHS was founded in 1948, good health care was expensive and beyond the means of many people. But South Wales was different. By the 1940s, Welsh medical aid societies were providing affordable care for all. Anyone could become a member, and in return for paying a small subscription each month, they would receive free treatment if they fell ill. Because so many joined up, the medical aid societies could offer a high standard of care. As secretary of the Neath Society, Ruth's grandfather was at the heart of the organisation.
I do have a document here that you might find interesting. Your grandfather was also the secretary then of the Alliance of South Wales and Monmouthshire Medical Aid Societies.
Gosh.
This is a sort of an umbrella organisation. It had within it 38,000 members, which is a large number of individuals. But of course, if you think of their wives and their children as well, this is an organisation that is representing the interests of perhaps hundreds of thousands of people right across the South Wales region.
Right.
So very, very important then.
So my grandfather is writing to the Minister of Health. The Right Honourable Ernest Brown, MP, the 27th of May 1943. Sir, I beg to inform you that a meeting of the above alliance held at Cardiff discussed your letter to the alliance regarding a comprehensive national medical service. Gosh, is this the NHS?
It is what becomes the NHS, absolutely.
Right. The meeting expressed its great disappointment that you could not see your way clear to receive representatives of the Alliance until after the publications of the government's tentative proposals. Under the circumstances, I have again been instructed to respectfully request you to take representatives of the above alliance into consultation when the preliminary discussions are taking place and not after their conclusion. So my grandfather was basically saying the medical aid societies should be included in the discussions and the developments, saying, look, don't you go ahead and make these, you need to confer with us. We've got expertise.
Yeah.
So this medical aid association then was almost like a precursor to the NHS, was it?
Absolutely. So very, very important then.
So after he sent this letter, what happened?
Well, I have some further documents in the library. We have this letter from your grandfather, which is continues the story for you.
Okay, so this was October 1945, so the war's been over for a few months, and it's... Oh, my goodness. So this is from my grandfather, and he's now writing to the Right Honourable Aneurin Bevan MP.
Recently appointed Minister of Health in the new Labour government.
Very interesting.
As early as 1943, the Minister of Health in the Conservative-led government had been looking at how to run post-war healthcare. After the Second World War, a Labour government swept to power. The new Minister of Health was Aneurin Bevan. He became known as the father of the NHS and a Welsh political hero.
This isn't an orthodox government, and I'm not an orthodox Minister of Health.
Like Ruth's grandfather, Bevan grew up in South Wales and had seen how the medical aid societies managed to provide comprehensive care for all.
So my grandfather is writing to Bevan.
Yes.
The Alliance is gravely concerned that although the bill appears to be in an advanced state of preparation, representatives of the Alliance have not been invited to participate in the Minister's discussions regarding the new health service. Any proposals already decided upon may seriously affect the status of the various medical aid societies. This alliance feels that its views should be heard. Yes, quite right.
There are a series of letters along these lines where your grandfather is trying to have a presence and an input into the discussions. And he's being kept at arm's length by Bevan.
Why would that be? Do we know?
I think the creation of NHS is a very big and complex business. There are all manner of different interested groups. So he's making a decision that it seems he doesn't require a discussion with them at this point.
I feel very frustrated on behalf of my grandfather because he's really trying his best, isn't he? And Aneurin Bevan should know better, being a fellow Welshman, quite frankly.
We have another document here that helps to explain the evolving situation.
On January the 25th, 1946, at the Ministry, Bevan welcomed the members of the Welsh Medical Aid Societies. Oh.
So he's finally meeting with them.
Finally meeting with them, yeah.
Yes.
And my grandfather is listed there. So he finally got through the door.
Yes. He's the secretary of the organisation. He knows exactly what's going on in these discussions. He knows the issues that are at stake. So he's a crucial member of that organisation and then this deputation as well. So he is an important figure within those kinds of discussions. Then.
Yeah, absolutely.
If we look further on in the document, we can see something of Bevan's attitude.
Mr. Bevan replied, "I know the valuable services rendered by associations, and it would therefore be a waste of your time and mine to go over the matter again. I am not emotional about institutions, but I am about people. You have shown us the way, and by your very efficiency, you have brought about your own cessation." So he's basically saying to them, you're not going to be consulted or included. In fact, what you have done is almost pave the way, and because you've been so efficient, you're no longer needed.
There is now no place for them.
Gosh.
He is appreciative of everything that they've done, of their history, of their traditions. As Bevan himself noted, he's familiar with these organisations. But he's very, very keen, of course, then to try to extend the benefits of good medical care, universally supplied to the whole population, to the entirety of the British Isles.
I suppose the thing is, although it does feel harsh in a way that Aneurin Bevan is saying, sorry, mate, we don't need you. He's also saying what the medical aid societies have done, and my grandfather's part in that, I guess, have provided like a template almost for this great institution that is the NHS. What I do feel excited about in a perhaps slightly shallow way is that my grandfather knew Aneurin Bevan, which is fantastic. I'm really chuffed about that. I mean, to meet such an incredibly influential figure in our history is something else, really.